we will have our few grid in a few moments' time. Just having a quick look at the live chat. Hello to Jisma, and then also goodbye to Jisma, because we're not having single letters in the comments, so we're going to say goodbye to you. Hello, though, to Jared Fox-Whiteley, who starts heat number 2 from pole position. He's going to have Jack Burgess alongside. Then it's Ben Adrian and Oliver Fabricius on row number 2, with Lewis Goff and Harris Roberts on the second row. Freddie Lyons and Leon Barlow share row number 4 with Benjamin Lee in P number 9. So just wait, as I say, we're just waiting for Jacob Dukes' cart to be returned. There is Benjamin Lee on the screen there with the blue helmet and the black suit through the Junior and Cadet Kart Championship and the Optimum Motorsport advertising board. So what we're saying there is that for optimal viewing, if you are in 9th place on the grid, just make sure that you're down there on the dummy grid. Make sure that you're looking good, because we can see you between the in the holding area between the two banners. So just seeing if we've got any confirmed results coming in for Honda Cadet heat number 2 at the moment, which was run around about 10 minutes ago. Well, whilst we wait for that, though, as the carts are still down in the holding area, we'll just have a few adverts from our kind series sponsors. Hear some karts starting, which is always a good sign for going racing. So they'll be making their way out in a few moments' time. Toby Dukes' kart has been recovered off the track. Benjamin Lee then, the final of our runners, making his way round. Had Harris Roberts slow out of the dummy grid. He's catching up though, he's only half a lap back, so that should be quite easily doable. Fox-Whiteley working the wheel to try and get some temperature into those tyres. A lap and a half to do so. Fox-Whiteley then getting them together. I think they might get this one going at the first time of asking as well here in Junior Max. Not sure where the driver from 3rd place is at the moment, because it's Lewis Goff is right on the back. We've got the flag out, so not sure they were gridded up 100% correctly, because although Goff left the gap for 3rd place to Jared Fox-Whiteley, he should be starting this one in 5th with Roberts alongside. So there is another driver between them. He's currently rolling round in 5th place. It could have just been that the driver was in the wrong tram line, so we're going to try this one again. slowly round Alan Wones. Into the tram lines, and I think Lewis Goff is telling somebody that they need to be in front of him. He should be in 5th place. We are going to go racing anyway, but Goff is going to get a somewhat fortuitous move there through, because he should have been in 5th place rather than effectively have that gap for a car in front of him, and he's going to slot straight into 2nd place. Even as he came around the final corner, I think he was pointing to the driver to tell him that he should be in the other tram line on the inside in 3rd place as he came through. So already Jared Fox-Whiteley will look over his shoulder. Lewis Goff goes down the inside ever so slightly at O'Rossi, and then it's hard on the brake into Barney's, not wanting to compromise the race early on. We've got Oliver Fabricius, who towards the end of that last race closed them both in, and behind them Leon Barlow, no slouch himself in the 42 kart. Over start finish for the first time, then Fox-Whiteley from Goff, then Fabricius and Barlow, Jack Burgess, Ben Adrian, Harris Roberts, Benjamin Lee and Freddie Lines, your 9 runners. Fox-Whiteley has opened up a little bit of a gap, albeit only by 2 kart lengths. Certainly not enough that he's going to be feeling comfortable. Down to Alan Wones. Burgess sticking off with Barlow, although he does slide slightly wide. That's going to open the gap up ever so slightly and potentially throw him back into the clutches of Ben Adrian as they run down towards Degner. Fox-Whiteley and Goff, 2 tenths between them, which has been pretty much the gap for the entire season, if not closer. Fabricius, though, looking like he's here to spoil the party. So, in terms of getting himself on the top step of the podium, sticking with the 2 front runners. The early phase of this race, though, very tentative for all of them, just feeling each other out, seeing where they go. None of them wanting to show their hand too early, particularly Goff, because he knows if he goes for an overtake and it goes wrong, that's going to allow Fabricius to come through as well. You can hear the fact that it's got a little bit warmer, the tyres squealing for grip, although cloud cover is starting to happen here at Ellough Park. Quite a big one in terms of its grey colour coming from behind the commentary box. Don't think we've got anything forecast, but nonetheless, certainly ones where people will be taking the wet tyres with them down into the dummy grid just in case. Maybe come later on in the day. There's Ben Adrian, still on the back of Jack Burgess, hasn't managed to find a way through. The top 4, though, still nose to tail with 6 tenths of a second, splitting the 2 of them. This one is just one real big game of chess between 4 very, very evenly matched drivers. Not wanting to show the hand too early, but then it's how long do you wait? And it's whether you wait longer than the next driver behind you. Fastest lap of the race then, and personal best for Oliver Fabricius. In fact, it wasn't. It was Fox-Whiteley with the fastest lap of the race on the previous lap in the lead, but Fabricius sets the personal best that was pretty much identical to it. And now Lewis Goff down the inside into Holmes on Jared Fox-Whiteley. Fox-Whiteley's going to get the cutback. They're almost going to be 3 wide as they head down towards O'Rossi, and Fox-Whiteley's going to be slow round there, having the nose chopped off him, and he's going to drop down into 3rd place with Oliver Fabricius sweeping round the outside, and Jared Fox-Whiteley will drop down into P3. Great move from Lewis Goff down the inside. We'd said it was a big game of chess. Never at any point prior to that did he show his hand. Did he consider making an overtake? And potentially when Fox-Whiteley least expected it, the 4 from Lewis Goff was down the inside. And because of the of then Fox Whiteley being slow round O'Rossi, trying to get down the inside. It allowed Fabricius to sweep through and round the outside, and there's a bit of a gap now from Goff back to Fabricius, Fox Whiteley and Barlow as Lyons sets his personal best of the race with a 46.162. 3 minutes remaining. Fox Whiteley, at the very least, could do with getting past Oliver Fabricius. Fastest lap of the race, 44.2 from Lewis Goff. Radiator flap adjustment from Fox Whiteley. You can see how windy it is down there at Ellough Park. Some of the race suits flapping around as they head down towards the right-hander at Shoemakers. So I think it's fairly clear into which direction the wind is going. It's a headwind almost into that corner. Flags cracking down in the dummy grid. There's your championship leader, Jared Fox Whiteley, on the back of Oliver Fabricius. Goff being slowly reeled in by the two of them. 3/10, in fact, on the previous lap by Fabricius. The gap previously was almost 6/10. Now it's down to a quarter of a second, 0.248 for Lewis Goff and Oliver Fabricius. Fabricius, though, carries a little bit too much speed into Hulmes and has to drop a few kart lengths back as he almost runs into the back of Lewis Goff, and that spreads the field out once again a little bit further than what it was previously, and might give Goff at least another lap or so of potential respite as the timer starts to elapse down towards that 0. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Fox Whiteley still right on the back of Fabricius, with Barlow as well in the tram lines as they come through. The top four split by under 0.7 of a second. Look over the shoulder then from Lewis Goff before that aggressive turning at the end. The wheel just jacked to the right. This was the corner where Fabricius ran almost into the back of Goff on the previous lap and had to get out of it and lost him a kart width length or two. That is going to be the overtaking opportunity of choice, I think, for Fabricius. Here now, it's whether Fox Whiteley needs to get past Fabricius, or he thinks that Fabricius has got enough and will open the door for him. Fastest lap for Fabricius, 44.065, and he almost gets down the inside of Lewis Goff into the right-hander at Degner. 23 seconds remaining, lap and a half then in Minimax heat number 2. With Goff leading from Fabricius, then it's Fox Whiteley and Barlow. Still 0.6 between the two of them. And now Fabricius down the inside of Lewis Goff and Oliver Fabricius as they begin to head towards the start-finish line to start the final lap. Fabricius, who comes through, leads over start-finish. Goff over the shoulder has a look at Jared Fox Whiteley with Leon Barlow in 4th place. Now Goff tries to come back to the inside of Fabricius. Fabricius defending down into Shoemakers, and Fox Whiteley's alongside Lewis Goff, and Fox Whiteley's through for 2nd place, and Leon Barlow is through as well, and then he's down the inside of Jared Fox Whiteley, and Lewis Goff might be back to the inside. Fox Whiteley down to 3rd, Goff down to 4th. Fabricius is going to win this one, all being well for him, and Leon Barlow, who spent the entire race in 4th place, takes advantage of those battling in front of him. Now it's just between Goff and Fox Whiteley, and Goff is through. Fox Whiteley, though, is back down the inside into the final corner. They're bouncing with each other. Goff is going to get 3rd. Fabricius with a fantastic victory from Leon Barlow, then Lewis Goff and Jared Fox Whiteley, with Ben Adrian, Benjamin Lee, Jack Burgess, Harris Roberts and Freddie Lyons completing your 9 runners. Action once again in Minimax.